A session 0 is there's no game being played. Your players are sitting down at the table and no game is going to get played. Now, you as the DM have an idea of what you want to do, and you need to establish that with them right there. That doesn't mean this is absolutely 100% what we're going to do. We're going to follow my story to the T. But it establishes kind of what they're going for. You know, I would sit down and I would tell them, okay, the name of this world is Far Reach. It's a high fantasy environment. There are lots of monsters and lots of things. Dragons run around in this world. Kind of you set the stage for them.
Get the input from everyone, and with that collective information, make a decision with what the majority of the group wants. Because there may be someone of the 5 people you invited to play with you, 4 of them are like, we want to role play. And the 5th guy's like, man, I really want to kill stuff. I want to roll dice and fight monsters nonstop, and I want to do it in space.
Maybe someone's playing this game because they want to they want to be scared. That is what you want to establish in a session 0. If someone raised their hand, I would really enjoy being scared for a campaign. Okay, we can set that up, and you can make a note as a DM. I'm going to have a horror section.
I always talk to my players about fighting versus role-playing. How much fighting do we want to do? How much role-playing do we want to do? Do we like more combat heavy? Do we like our combats to be really, really hard? Or do we like to feel like heroes and just blow through everything? That to me is a big deal, because I don't want to be, as the DM, like I like role-playing more than I like combat as a player. But I don't want to DM that way if my players like combat more than they like role-playing.
The worst thing you can have is a table full of power gamers and a role-playing DM. Because the DM is someone there's not going to be having a good time. Or you have the one player who has showed up to play a dark, gritty, horror game, and he's sitting next to Curly McGiggle Farts.
The other thing that I talk about is, do you want a serious campaign or do you want this to be fun? Because I feel like sometimes DMs want to run this serious, dramatic storyline, and the players come with like these really terribly created pun characters, and that's not going to fit with it. So you might want to say, hey, I want to play a serious game. How are you guys feeling with character creation?
You also set the rules of your game. And I don't mean the rules in the DMG. I mean your rules at the table. We are not going to do violence towards kids at this table. We are not going to hurt animals at this table. We are not going to do politics at this table. We are not. You set those things up.
When you're at session 0, you need to talk about group composition. If you don't, then they're liable to have things that come up that create those awkward situations or those awkward moments where you don't want those to happen in game. And when you're trying to put strangers together online, you can encounter a whole lot more issues than you might with a bunch of people you've known for decades. I always ask if there's any hard no's on situations. They don't even have to really say it in session 0. If they want to privately tell me, email me something, message me and tell me, hey, this is something I can't do in game. Then I'll make sure to not do that in game.
Having a good group is like having a good family or just a good friend group even outside of gaming. You have a community of people who relate to you. And as you play, you don't just get to know the characters that you're playing more, but you get to know the players behind the characters.
It's just a matter of making sure everybody's comfortable with what we're going to be doing. And so that there's no surprises. For example, in this game of high fantasy, there are deities and demigods and demons and stuff like that. What if somebody's religious objections don't want them dealing with demons? They want to set that up immediately, and that's something you want to talk about. And there are more than enough things in this book that if you don't want to deal with demons, you don't have to. We can do an entirely undead campaign. We can do an entirely, monster hunting campaign. Session 0 is a place where you get that sorted out. It's also a great place to get people's contact information, because guess what? Setting up a game is hard, and you want to make sure that everybody understands, okay, we're going to be talking in Facebook Messenger, we're going to be talking over text chat, or, Signal, or whatever it is your chat of choice is. You set those things up right there. You also set up house rules in those times. We have brutal crit rule at our table, which means that, the rules in the book for crits are not what we're going to follow here. You want to set those house rules from the get-go at that session so that nobody comes in shocked. And also rules about my house. Hey, my kids have to go to bed at night, so we can't be too terribly loud a lot of the time. Don't get drunk at my table because you have to drive home from here. Please bring snacks because we can't afford one person to buy all the snacks for everybody. Set those things up at your session 0, just so everybody's on the same page. Then when you're all on the same page, if you want to start kicking math rocks around from there, go for it. It's a great time for first-time players to actually learn the ropes of, well, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, have them hunt some goblins real quick.
I think that the role of a DM is to make sure that your players are feeling safe and having fun at the table. That's your role. The storytelling is great, but if they're not having fun or feeling safe at the table, it's not going to be a fun table to return to.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more Unmodified content. And to keep up with all things Panhandle PBS, go to panhandlepbs.org and become a member today.
Funding for Unmodified is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Amarillo College, the Josephine Anderson Charitable Trust, and viewers like you. Thank you.